What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 49 of our Olympic Lyonnais FM19 save, and today we could win the Ligue 1 title for the second time in a row, or we could bottle it. Either or. If any of you ever wondered why, whenever I start my videos, it goes from the home screen to like dodgy screens, because my key bindings is like Control R, and then R in this game pulls up a different screen, but I don't really want to press it in case it stops the recording, so that's why that always happens. Probably should rebind that, but hey ho. Nonetheless, as I mentioned, we could win. I think we could win the Ligue 1 title today. I mean, we've been first since, what week is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it took us a long time to get there, but since week 13, we've been top of the table. So yeah, it's a long time chasing PSG, but we've been ahead of them for a long while as well. And yeah, I mean, we currently have one game in hand. If we win that, we'd go up to 87 and be 6 points clear with 9 points up for grab. So potentially it could end up going to the last day of the season, which works out pretty well actually, because this is episode 49, which means next episode will be episode 50, which means that we could round out this series, at least with the Lyon legacy, in 50 episodes, which is nice and clean. And yeah, I'm a big fan of that. But actually, let me just run through what happened since we last met. Of course, it was the humbling by Real Madrid. We then drew 2-2 to Metz. Not ideal. I mean, they scored really early on, then we scored 3 minutes after that. We grabbed a late goal in the 82nd minute. They grabbed an even later goal in the 89th minute to grab themselves a point. Then just a lonely 1-0 win over Angers. As you see here, Martial has been popping up for us quite a lot. I mean, scored against Real Madrid, scored against Metz, scored against Angers. So yeah, good on him to be popping up. I mean, against Reims as well. So yeah, he's been getting on the score sheet, which is good. Of course, he's going back to Man United most likely next year. And yeah, he's done a job for us. I'm very happy at least got to use him. And yeah, I'm glad of what he's done for us. Unfortunately, though, we couldn't grab the Champions League while we're here. I'm a bit gutted, especially because the first year was our big, you know, that was the year. I felt it in my loins, but Man United actually stopped us achieving that goal. But today against Toulouse, I mean, I have mixed feelings about Toulouse. A lot of the time, they caused us a few issues. I think if we look at past meetings. Not too bad. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. 6 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. And actually, the 1 loss was the first time we ever played them. So I'm thinking way back, since there's a 2-0, 1-1, 1-0, 4-1, 0-0, 2-0, 2-0, 3-2. So they haven't been the easiest team to play. But at the same time, we've got 20 points. They've only got 5. So they're not actually as bad as I thought they'd be. They are mid-table this year, though. So they're not doing too badly themselves. Cuadrado passes a fitness test. I probably should start playing Cuadrado, considering I'm going to be leaving. Do I risk it and play Cuadrado, or do I need to just go for the points, right? I don't want to bottle this, so I'm going to trust the assistant manager. He's sticking with this lineup. There's a few tired legs. Toussaint wants a new contract. You know what, mate? You can get a new contract. Let's offer Toussaint a new contract. Where is he? Contract? He's only on 31k a week. What do you want, mate? Want to see progress towards club's long-term ambitions. What? 89. He wants to go up to 89 grand. Wow, and after 5 international games, up to 150. Jesus. I mean, I'm only signing that because I'm probably leaving, and if I sign that, his morale's going to go sky high, right? Which means he's going to perform better in the run-up to us leaving. That's the only reason I've signed that agreement. I need to somehow fit in here. Can I add in contract? General wage. Here we go. There's some big contracts. You see, Martial is actually on the most. He's only on loan. No, Depay, Lenglet, Cuadrado's on 97 grand. Dombele's 95, 89. Like, we need to shake off this wage bill. It's just climbing up and up and up. No wonder we're making a loss of money every week. But that's not our issue anymore. I'm going to trust the assistant manager. It's surprising that Pongracic has fallen out of favour, actually. Lenglet has really come in and taken his role. We're on the left-hand side because we are at home, which is a big bonus. Lopez in goal, Mendy, Lenglet, Denea, Kenny Tete, Toussaint, Dombele, Hussein, Anthony Martial, Major and Cornet round out our lineup. And for them on the right-hand side is Reynet, Basile, Julian, Diakite, Amian, Pai, Jimmy Dermaz, Bostock, Sangare, Susaeta, and then Ramos up top, a regen, 17 years of age. Looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, it is very good. Okay. It's good that, yeah, we're that far into the save where, you know, world-class regens are starting to pop up in people's lineups, which is exciting times. You know, it's good to see some fresh faces, and regens are always exciting because it means there's a lot of wonder kids out there and a lot of fantastic players up for grabs. But yeah, as we look at the league table, of course, PSG don't play today. They've already played, so we do have this is our game in hand. A bit annoying that Monaco fell off the pace, really. They're having a fight with Marseille, Nice, and Bordeaux. Probably not Nice, actually, as they've played 35, but yeah, Bordeaux and Marseille alongside Monaco fighting for those Champions League spots. Martial finds Cornet out wide. What can he do here? Bounce ping pongs and, you know, pin balls off the defenders there. They do get it away only as far as Tuso does a nice leaping effort. Dombele bursts forward, has an effort. Oh, not too far wide. It would have been, yeah, a fantastic goal, as the commentary said down at the bottom. And he's, yeah, been pretty quiet. 15 minutes, only one highlight in 15 minutes is a bit crazy. But look at our shape. I think this is going to be a bad time for Toulouse. They're sitting far too deep. I mean, probably too far up. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they get one on the counter. Wouldn't surprise me. Elsewhere, Cayenne have taken. Oh no, they're drawing against Brest. Rennes are beating Reims. Games that don't really mean much for us. I mean, SMKN. Strasbourg, Angers are a good one. These teams have really come forward. You know, they've really sort of pushed themselves above mid-table, really. Brest, actually, it's an important one because they're trying to fight to get out of the relegation zone. They could still mathematically do it. So that will be an interesting one. Nice take the lead against Nims. Actually, they propel themselves onto 67 points, but our game's still pretty quiet. Sangare on the ball. Back to Diakite. Julian now back to Diakite. They're playing it around the back with really pressuring. A major dispossessed. He bursts through. Can he score? He's through. Goes for a chip, and it's the keeper saves. Raynet collects the ball nice and calmly, and a bit of a let off. We've had 14 shots with only 3 on target. Oh, Major with a free kick. Oh, Cornet. Oh my god. How has that happened? I mean, okay, the free kick's pretty close, right? But then Cornet misses the follow-up. That should not be happening. 16 shots now. Major, he's definitely going to go to a massive club. He's already frequent in the Croatian side. 24 years of age now. Martial's 26. That's pretty crazy. Cornet, 25. It's crazy that I'm seeing players in here that, you know, are younger than I am in real life. That's how I know Football Manager's like... A lot of people say it's like an old man game, I suppose, because a lot of the kids prefer FIFA. And they're like, oh yeah, FIFA. Football Manager, yeah, I just feel like an old man now. I'm not even that much older than them, but there's players here, you know, 23. I'm 23 now, and he's 23, and we're like, what, 4 years into the future? That's, yeah, Major with a corner. Can we do something? Get a goal. That's what I want. Martial. Jimmy heads it away. Lenglet. Into Hussein. Dombele on the edge of the box. Has a pop off the post, and it's just not looking like our day, is it? I'm going to have to make some subs. Depay can come on for Martial. Guendouzi can come on for... Hussein's playing a bit poor. Bring him off. And as good as Major's been with the free kicks, I'm going to give Loftus-Cheek a run out. I quite like his physicality that he brings, actually. Yeah, I'm a fan of his physicality. 6'3". I think he just offers, yeah, something a bit more aggressive compared to what Major brings. Depay's in his prime, 28 years of age. I imagine he will be leaving us very soon. Cornet as well. He's had a fantastic few seasons for us. So we actually just look at Maxwell Cornet. Last year, 17 and 25, 15 and 26 this year. The ratings are crazy on him as well. To think I was loaning... When I look back and think that we was playing with the narrow edition... Makes me feel a bit silly, but we got it, you know, wrinkled out in the end. They have a throwing deep in their half. Loftus-Cheek now. Guendouzi whips a deep ball to Cornet, and there it is. The goal, 19th of the season for him. I hope he can grab 20 before the end of the season. Lovely ball from Guendouzi, and Cornet gets a headed goal. And for a short man, I think he's only about 5'10", which isn't short, but, you know, he's not a mammoth or a Goliath of a man. Cornet, lovely header. And is he actually 5'10"? 5'11". Okay, he is fairly tall, actually. But yeah, for a winger, he scores a lot of headers. Just because he's able to weasel through and find lots of space for himself. You know, he's only got 10 heading as well. So, Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, Depay has got better heading. What's Loftus-Cheek's heading? 10. For a 6'3" man, 10 headings. A bit abysmal, isn't it? I guess maybe that would go on to something else like jumping. Is there jumping a stat? Jumping reach, 15? Maybe it is. I don't know, maybe that comes into it. But either way, with full time's already upon us. I'm here looking at stats, and we've actually managed to do it. We've grabbed 3 points today. 30 shots to their 2, 10 on target, 62% possession. That's the performance of champions. I thought we was going to bottle it. We haven't been playing too convincingly as of late. But a fantastic win there. Puts us 6 points clear. And as I said, 9 points to go. So if PSG slip up in the run-up from now to the Amiens game, the league title is ours. It's not, mathematically possible yet, but we're getting closer and closer. One hand is on the trophy now, but I'm going to jump ahead to this Amiens game. Catch you guys then. I've actually come to you guys a little bit earlier than today's game because I noticed here our under-19s have won the Champions League. They've done something we couldn't do. They've won the Champions League, but actually twice. They've won it twice, which, I mean, is crazy. There is some, massively good players in the under-19 squad. Like Jefferson, I know, is one off the bat. But yeah, there's a few others in there. But they've won it's the under-19s, and he's only 16. He's playing with players that probably are much older than him. But we won 3-0, which is fantastic. As I said, I think they dominated the league campaign as well. I don't think they've ever lost the league campaign. Yeah, they haven't. 4 in a row. So it's good to see that the youth are making full work of the tactic that I've deployed, because I have it so that the youth team play the same system. So if they ever do get promoted, they'd be able to come straight in. But Hervé Manala, not the best of players actually, but he's smashing it in that league. Adriano, pretty good player for as a left winger. Digital Dib, not the best player again, but he's absolutely smashed it. 22 goals, 14 assists. Ryan Legal, the list goes on. There's also a few that that are already promoted to the first team and have loaned out. If you guys will remember, is Melvin Bard one? He's not a regen, no, he's not even that good. Jean-Jacques Moret. For some reason, we don't even have how do we not have a scout report on our own player? Oh, we do. There we go. 3.5 star, 4.5 star potential, like super potential ability. Paul de Clerc is another one. For some reason, yeah, look at that 4-star. It's just crazy. But yeah, our youth is super, super good. As you see, they won the Champions League, which we, of course, didn't manage to do, unfortunately. But yeah, it's good to see the youth are stepping up, and I'm sure that will mean that a lot of the youth players in this squad are surely attractions for some of the big teams. The fact that they've won the Champions League, the under-19s Champions League twice, and some of them have already been promoted to the first team is pretty crazy. We're the favourites for today's game. We're the only ones playing today, which is a bit annoying because we won't get an update on PSG, which means we won't know if we've won the league yet. So we'll have to wait till the final episode, next episode. But I'm hoping it doesn't happen in between then, because if we win today and PSG lose their game in hand, I don't think we'd even get a proper ceremony. That's a bit crazy. Yeah, we have to see what happens at the end of this game. Lopez in goal for us. Mendy, Lenglet, Denea, Kenny Tete, Toussaint, Dombele, Hussein, Anthony Martial, Cornet, and Major round out our lineup, the same as last game. There on the right-hand side is Verips, Oshijala, Belik, Guano, Gaspar, Marie, Angban, Pohar, Mendoza, Godos, and Bossetti. And the reason I stuttered on this, was he the one from Sporting Gijon? He's not. He actually used to be at Lyon. And is this the Belik from Arsenal? It is. He hasn't. Yeah, he's fallen from grace, hasn't he? They are the lineup for the two teams. Everyone on our team's got pretty good morale, which is I'm happy to see that. And let's get things underway. We're in our classic white. They're in their black, I believe, away kit. And yeah, we could potentially, pretty much win the league today. As Major with a corner early on, whips it in. Denea's there. Oh, if our centre back grabbed that goal, it would have been a fantastic start. A minute in. Wasn't meant to be though, and it's getting pretty crazy here. Major with a free kick, goes for goal. Cornet, scrambled off the line by Gaspar, and Major's free kicks have been phenomenal. He's actually such a good free kick taker. It's actually ridiculous how good his free kicks are. I don't even know where the stat is. Oh, 16 free kicks. Major. Outside the box, Dombele, who loves a long-range effort, and that one's gone into the back of the net. Major with an assist. He is he's got the most assists for us this year. He really become the creative outlet that Fekir was fulfilling that role until he left, right? But Major really stepped up now, and he's really filled the shoes. And look at that. Nice little sort of lobbed effort, actually. You know, not too much power, not too much curl, just enough placement to dip under the bar. And Tanguy and Dombele, don't know why I pronounced his surname so weirdly then, but he has put us 1-0 up. And like I said, pretty much almost have our hands on the title. And I mean, we could get deep into the 90 points as well. I think last year we had 95. And this year we could be on for 96. And I know we've had another season in the 90s as well. So domestically in France, we've performed very well. Hussein deep to Dombele. Oh, again, VAR is going to be surely shown there as Dombele goes close. Here it is. It is admittedly on the line. It was very clear it was on the line, but we actually get so many VAR decisions. You know, we had one for the free kick earlier. We had this one. We had one last game. Major with another free kick. Whips it in Lenglet. Martial. Is that offside? It's not. 16th of the season for him. It's pretty crazy. I don't know why Lenglet doesn't get an assist. I'm pretty sure he headed it across, no? Major. Maybe their defender did, but Martial, lovely positioning, heads it in, 16th of the season for him, which is very good considering he hasn't played too many games for us. Yeah, 25, got 12 in the league, has some in the Champions League as well, a lot off the bench, so I can't complain with his performance for us. He's been very good. And yeah, we're sitting pretty right now, 2-0 up. Our goal difference is pretty good, not as good as PSG's, but a goal difference of 62. You can never turn your nose at. Or turn your nose up at, sorry. Martial's in behind again. Can he get another one? He does. Look at that. Dombele this time provides for Martial. 3-0. Damn. I was really worrying at the beginning of this episode that we were going to bottle it. Look at that. Bang. Smashes the net as well. 17th of the season for him. He's almost our top goal scorer, I think. I think Depay's got 22, actually. So he's a bit of the way off. But considering he's primarily come off the bench or played off the bench, yeah, he's actually very close. I think Cornet's got around 19, Major's got quite a few as well, 15 actually, so that's crazy. 20 in all competitions with 15 assists. Major's really stepped up this year. I recommend, if you've just started a save, I know his name's probably out there a lot because Dynamo in Croatia have a lot of good youth players. But I recommend picking him up. Admittedly, it takes him a few years to get really going. At least it did for me. He performed okay for me at times, but to consistently play well, you know, he's 24 now, and that's the stage where he's done it for me. So maybe you could get it sooner if you play him more frequently than I did in the opening few seasons. But once he gets there, Tete grabs a fourth. Good finish from a fullback. Look at that. Cornet grabbing an assist. And 4-0 before half-time. We're really in cruise control now. At this point, we're just buffering our goal difference. Trying to replicate anything we can of PSG's to avoid it going down 2 goal difference. Although I don't think it will. Actually, I don't know if it would, because I think we beat them and they beat us. So maybe it does go down to goal difference. Hopefully it doesn't. I mean, if we somehow bottle this, that's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Until next episode, I'm replaying that clip over and over again and me saying we've pretty much won the league. But as we head into half-time, 4-0 up. Anthony Martial with 2 goals, Dombele and Tete with the others. We've had 22 shots, they've had 1. We've had more possession. It doesn't look like they're going to come back and score 4. You know, they may get a couple back, but no way do they come back and score 4. So I think we're in a good spot right now. I hope Martial can grab his hat-trick, actually. It'll be good if he can do that before he heads back to Manchester. He's on a 9.2. Dombele's on a 9.1. And we almost have everyone in green ratings. We've seen that a number of times this season, so it's not anything new or super impressive. But if, you know, Major and Lopez can both get into the green ratings, it is a pretty sight. So let's hope that can happen. I kind of don't want to change anything. I might just let the team run it out and play the game to its full extent. Although for fitness reasons, I am going to make some subs. You know what? Coetzee can come on for Danea. Pineda can come on. And Bertrand Traore doesn't really play much. He can come on for Cornet. We'll do that. We'll ruin the green streak. Majors into the green as I take them off. Although there's potential for all the players we just brought on to also get into the 7s. So potentially we could have so many green players. There's Major with another free kick. That one's very deep. Martial's there. Oh, tipped over. Doesn't get his hat-trick just yet. There's still around 20 minutes left to play. More like 17, but yeah, near enough with injury time. Maybe around 20. Godos comes away for a counter-attack for them. Not the fastest counter-attack I've seen is Mendoza. We get bodies back now, so they've waited a bit too long, I think. Although Bellic, they still have the ball. And yeah, it does fizzle out. We've had 30 shots. Crazy, crazy performance from us. We've had, 10 times as many shots as they have. Unfortunately, not 20 times more or not 10 times more on target, but you can't have it all your way. As we head to full time, it's a fantastic episode from us. I can't believe it. I really thought we were going to bottle it, but we are looking like champions. I think pretty much hands on the title. The title is pretty much ours. So I'm going to celebrate a little bit. Because I think it's pretty much job done. But of course, I'll still come ahead next episode and bring you those games. So make sure Traore gets on the score sheet as well. 5-0. Only the 4th goal of the season for him. But again, he hasn't had a lot of playing time. So to be expected. He grabbed a lot more last year when he was in the team more frequently. But good to see him get on the score sheet. Pineda, looks like he's lost his hair. He used to be blonde, but it looks like he's bald now. Traore with a nice finish, to be fair. And there it is. We've grabbed 5. 5-star performance, and there we go, full time 5-0 win, as I've just knocked my microphone in excitement, so apologies for that. But yeah, 5-0, pretty much got the league title, right? But can't count your chickens before they hatch. Is that the saying? Don't know if it is, but either way, pretty much there. But I'm going to have to wait till next episode where I can guarantee, or at least show you, that we are champions, but we're pretty much there. That is the end of today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please drop it a like, subscribe if you want to see daily Football Manager content. And as always, guys, I'll catch you next time. See you later.